Take one. Hello, welcome to the channel. Hello, thank you guys so much for joining us in Philosophia, the Philosophia, things that fill me up, and that's what we're doing today. That's what we're discussing today. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in today. We got a really fun one today. We are, first of all, before we get into it, I'm gonna just say, happy to be here. And I hope you guys are happy to be here as well in this world. Hope you all are happy to be breathing. No matter what's going on, I think it's a blessing to be alive, and I hope we're spreading some goodness. Take a little bit time off your day, think about something different. Whatever it is, get your ass up. Spread love. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so happy you're here. And that we get to discuss something so fucking fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Alrighty. So where we left off the last episode of this series, basically. This series is whatever the heck it is. I don't know. I don't like titles. Just enjoy. But from the last episode, we were back in Sault. Don't tell me I just messed it up. Sault Ste. Marie. Why am I so Sault? It's Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie. Again, I'm sorry if you're from there. I'm trying. We're still back there. So today we're taking place. Let's paint a little bit of the picture for you, as always. Trying to give a little bit imagery in this scenario. So I've already been here 2 weeks already in Sault Ste. Marie. Loved it. Love it. Super chill, quaint place, as we said in the last episode. That waterfront, near the mall. Super weird. I understand. But I loved it. It was great. And I think it was just also the weather was just timing in perfectly. So it was just a wonderful experience. I cannot honestly wait to go back. Just to go and experience that little part of I don't know, to go back and you're thinking to yourself, wow, the first time I was here, I was like a baby, I was just starting my trip, after a couple of years of doing this. So I guess I'll probably get sentimental. I think that's why I want to go back. I think because this is one of the first places that when I started my trip where I was like, this is what I was asking. This is what I wanted. This is what I was searching for, So it was like a breath of motherfucking fresh air. So good. But yeah. So we haven't moved from last week, so I'm not gonna, reminder, we were back last time, the last spot before arriving to Sault Ste. Marie, I was in Sudbury. So again, just to give a little reminder, that was 3 hours and a half away. We haven't moved though, so I'm not gonna say the kilometers because we haven't moved. We didn't move. But I've been there already 2 weeks. We are looking today at a museum that I went to go visit on the last day that I was there. So again, this kind of the same idea that I was doing with Sudbury, where I would wake up early in the morning and I would go to the museum as soon as it opened. Kind of at that time, kind of around. I'm a night owl, so my early mornings may not be early for you. Some people's early mornings are 4 o'clock in the morning. Mine are 10. 10 if I really get to choose. But been there already 2 weeks. The plan was again that I was gonna go visit the museum and then head off to my next spot. So that's kind of what it was at this moment. Again, this was the beginning of my travels. I kind of was trying to get a sense of rhythm of how I travel, what I like to do when I travel. So from last week, I remember discussing that I was finally deciding to chill out, not having to put that pressure on myself to do something when I'm doing every single day when I'm there, or putting that pressure on myself and taking the time and be present, enjoy what I'm doing, that kind of thing. Sure, I may miss some things on the way there, miss some spots that I could have gone to, but who knows? I can go back. If I like it enough, I will go back. So it's more of the fact of enjoying the journey, not placing that sort of like strict thing for me having to go do something because I'm there, like putting that pressure on myself. Um, Again, I'm a young being, so like for sure, if I like doing it now, I for sure probably gonna enjoy traveling later. I don't think that goes away from what I've seen online and from people and like experiences. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So this is where I first started to, I mean, kind of recognize that I do have like an itch. So I call it an itch to get the fuck out. That's what I call it. There have been many scenarios throughout my travels that I do get that itch to get to leave, and it kind of like started as an itch, and now I kind of move it to a phrase, my intuition, as I've come later to learn. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And there have been many scenarios, as I've discussed with other people who've been part of my journey and sort of say who have been kind of watching me in my journey, is that when I feel I have to leave somewhere, I gotta leave. And there are many scenarios where I have left, and a week before something happened in that area, like, sorry, trigger warning, but people dying for some reason or another, a catastrophic event. Like, it's so weird. I literally mean it's so weird. And me recognizing that ability, me recognizing that it's intuition, has really, really helped me throughout my trip. When it comes to scenarios like these, and people question me, I swear to God, people question me and say, "No, you're staying another week. You should try to like figure it out. Like, don't let yourself like don't like if you want to stay longer." And I was like, "Listen, I probably could. I literally have no issue, but I have something in me tell me that I have to go. And if you don't understand, it's completely fine. But this is my life and this is my trip, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do." And has never steered me wrong. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord Jesus. But yeah. All right, so let's get back to the trip, bro. Let's get back to the trip. So today, again, painting the picture. Today was a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Oh, it was a great. I remember the day, like it was just so beautiful. I was going to look through the video. I had a beautiful like, little soft morning. I love myself a soft morning. Um, and yeah, so that again, this was my last day in town. I was kind of like I guess kind of sad, like a bittersweet kind of thing. I was happy to be leaving, of course, but and like moving forward onto my trip. I think I was one point pinpoint. I think I also have like a small little thing of like staying stagnant. But again, I think the intuition is what rules it all. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the video. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead.
Sophia on the road, Sophia on the road, Sophia on the road, Sophia on the road. Yeah.
Alrighty, so I took a picture of myself because I was in the mall. That was the mall that weird one, and this is what I was talking about. My little soft morning. Um, I love geese, man. I love geese. I love animals. I keep saying that. I'm gonna be annoying as fuck. I know. I love animals. These are geese, or um, as people say in Canada, the vultures. Because sometimes they rough. They take a spot and they don't let you do nothing else about it. Like it's their spot. You can't fuck around and find out with that one. um, but yeah. So oh, I forgot. I'm so stupid, man. I started the video and I haven't even said where the fuck we are. I'm sober. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I was gonna get ahead of myself. Okay. like you guys are probably watching and like where you at though? I know, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is what I kind of wanted to get to. I kind of like skipped off a whole thing. So we find ourselves today in a museum that I would have never thought in my life that I was gonna go, but there's a big reason. There's a big reason, and we're gonna get into that. So the museum is called the Canadian Bushplane Heritage Center. So this is two out of the things, like the second thing that I was planning to go see in Sault Ste. Marie. Would if you look at me, if you know me, I'm not a super like fanatic of like planes, mechanics, like it's not in me. But one of the things that I mainly wanted to go see in this center, in this museum, the Canadian Bushplane Heritage Center, wow, what a fun name, is that there is an insect museum inside the museum. So weird. I understand. So weird. The inside, the let's first discuss the Canadian Bushplane because I always like to go through the Google reviews. So this wasn't located. First of all, I have to state, this was located in the center of the downtown of Sault Ste. Marie. Kind of. I mean, the downtown isn't that big, but it was around the center, right? Um, and locating this place was kind of difficult. Like the building was very apparent, but to get inside it was such a like a weird thing to me. It was, I mean, I had to like literally had to stop and ask someone. It came to that point, so trying to get that idea. Again, I'm not really good at looking for things. I'm not good at directions. I need visuals, and so Google Maps didn't really provide that for me. But the Canadian Bushplane Heritage Center, is a 4.7 stars with 1,200 reviews. Not that bad, not that bad. Again, not what I'm going for. Now, the Bug Museum, that I keep calling Bug Museum because this is a really complicated name and I'm not going to be saying this too many times. Entomica Insectarium. Let's try that again. Entomica Insectarium. The Bug Place. That's what I'm going to say, the Bug Place, because I'm not saying that too many times. Now, this is really sad. I hate this, but it's 4.6 stars, which is good, with only 90 reviews. Come on, guys. Come on. The heck? 90 reviews? And I say that now because I know the experience I'm going to have right now. What I lived through this. It's so sad. It should be more than that. I swear to God. But let's go ahead. So again, downtown, the price is still included in there, so it's not separate. The museum, the what am I gonna say? It's like Inception. Like there's a museum within a museum. You know what I mean? It's so weird. It's so weird. I literally have no words. Like it was just so weird. But whatever. I even remember asking the lady like, where can I find parking? Like there were some people outside, like kind of around the area, and I was like, I'm looking for the Bug Museum, and everyone's like, Bug Museum, Bug Museum, and they're like, we have like a airplane museum, and I was like, I think that's the one. That's the one, guys. Um, but so yeah, the price. So when I first went in there into the museum, it was mainly, of course, the airplane one. The bug one wasn't really showing a lot. But I literally come to learn as I made friends with the lady in the front. The lady in the front, the little girl, not little girl, the teenage girl, in the front. Come to realize that it is inside, so it was a little weird of a thing. But she was super, super friendly, super nice. Customer service A1, 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 A guys. The price was $11.50. She charged me for a student because she thought I looked young. It was funny because she was like, "Are you a student?" And I was like, and she's like, "Cause you look like one." And I was like, "Do I really?" And she's like, "Yes, you look like a student. Do you go to school?" And I said, "Mm-hmm." So she charged me a student, which is $11.50, but the just for the sake of the video, the adult is $18.50. um, but yeah, free parking. Again, difficult to find. Building was located weird. When I did end up finding the parking, there was not a lot of parking. Substantial. I would probably say a dozen. So for the size of the museum, I think that was okay. You know. There are two sections in there. Again, it's all one floor. It was just all one floor. There was the planes and there was the bugs. As we're gonna see later, I was taking better pictures at this point. I was taking better documentation. Duration was about 2-3 hours. I don't think longer than 3, to be honest. Probably spent the most of it into the bug thing. There were no maps, but again, I don't think it was really necessary because it was on one floor. Like it was like an open space. Just to give you an idea, there was like literally not really a point. Although I would have liked it, and I would have liked it. As we're gonna discuss later in the video, there are planes to see. You can go and see inside of planes, like a couple of them, to be honest. Yes, there was some signage on it. I wouldn't say it was the greatest, so I would have been fun to like have a map, like have a maybe a paper, like a map kind of thing. Um, kind of give you a description on each plane when you're looking at it and compare to each one. That didn't happen. Again, I mean, I'm just saying, like it's cool and all. I want to know what they did. I don't remember them being too much description, to be honest, from what I remember. This is one thing I'm going to mention as well. It was not very accessible. Just a little bit disappointed. The entrance and exit, yes, it was accessible. I remember them telling me you had to go through another way if you needed a wheel, like if you had a wheelchair. The thing is that again, there are a lot of airplanes to go see inside of the airplanes, and they're all like from what I remember, they were all stairs. We'll look at it again, but the majority of them were all stairs, and it was not very accessible. Like I don't see why you couldn't put a ramp, but sure. But it is what it is. I have to mention it. I want to mention it. And it is kid friendly. There was a section for kids, which is great. They have some games. One thing I'm also gonna mention, not all the games worked, which it does tend to happen when you're in smaller town areas, which is, funding is always not the greatest. I understand, but needed to be mentioned. All right, now let's finally go into the video. All right, let's start from the beginning because I'm gonna get lost. So again, keep picturing me in the fucking in the mall. I was feeling myself, I'm gonna look back in those pictures and be like, damn, I was cute when I'm older. I was cute. Look at these birds. Just taking my sip of my drink. Bueno, patitos. Las patitas. That's what I say when I see a duck. When I see a duck, las patitas, las patitas. Okay, so I started off already. I like to do these in chronological order. This is one of the first airplanes I went inside. Again, you can see, not very accessible. But it was cool. This was kind of there was a couple of planes I'm gonna be seeing here. They were really in like, I'm gonna say good condition and compared to compared to being how old they were. You know what I mean? I don't know what they do to go to preserve these, but see, like there was signage, but I don't know. Like I want to have it in hand, man. I want to be comparing and stuff. But it was cool. Like for the majority of them, the driver, like the front was probably blocked off because of those buttons. But they did have some cool oh my god, what's this word, man? Displays. The water looked like water. The water looked like water. Like it was moving. But it was cool. Really cute picture, See, look, more stairs. I keep saying it. I'm sorry. It just bothers me. It bothers me that it's not accessible. Like, come on. But yeah, it was all really cool. Like, I got to see a lot of airplanes. I really pushed myself. I'm not gonna lie. I pushed myself to see every single one of them. At a certain point, I was like, okay, they all look the fucking same. But I look, the sea wasn't even fucking done. You can see the foam in there. I super recommend. I always do. I recommend that you watch the raw vlog because I think some of my voice things are just funny. But as you can see there a couple of seconds ago, there was tables. It was funny because while I was visiting, they were prepping for a wedding because they have a big space there. Apparently, people have weddings there. But yeah, and come to realize, which is really funny looking back now, I've gone to a lot of museums that they were planning literally the day of people were getting married. What the heck is going on? Literally the day of, like it's funny, like how do I arrange these things, But I guess I was traveling in the summertime, so And museums are I mean are cool places to have weddings. I'm super down for it. Would I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Never say never. But it was cool pressing all these buttons. Like they look old as fuck. Like and they don't do anything. But they did have something over on the overhead, as you maybe if you do end up watching the vlog. Um, they play some videos to go watch. Again, this is something I want to mention. The videos that they were playing were also curated from Science North, as I mentioned in February. This was the second place that I saw that had the same logo branding. It didn't mention it at all until I went to go watch one of the videos. I did not show. I don't think so. And it was one of the videos I ended up watching that I would have paid for in Sudbury. I watched it for free here, which is that was pretty cool. So I mean, the entry ticket already covered that, so it was great. This is one of the things that were kind of not working. Is button things like push a button to activate fire. It was hard to find as you if you end up watching the video, but it was weird. It was like a couple of light things, like not very super great. But those are old little like what's it called? I don't know. I forgot. And then this one there's something called like that name was so long, but I'm glad they included Aboriginal stuff. Great, fantastic. That's one of the things I was talking about. The games were working. This was cool. This was cool. It was kind of like you can like pretend like to see out. This was whole like this stuff. The whole like TV like display thing, and you get to like watch how because they were showing a lot of how like these airplanes would be carrying water on wildfires to help calm them down. From what I learned too as well, sometimes they do purposely do wildfires. I know it's like quite normal to do them because apparently it rejuvenates the dirt and it comes out nicer. Something like that. Something like that. As I'm learning. But it was a really cool experience. This was really cool. I mean it looked realistic. Super realistic. But this is a museum. This is a bug museum. This is it. Okay. Fuck the airplane. This is it. Now, when I went here, oh my god, there was almost nobody. But they did have attendants in there, and this was a small place. Okay, kid you not. I made friends with the sort of friends with the guy who like basically manages it. He's almost the only really guy, like the person who like super manages it. He does have some people helping him out every so often, but he is the main dude. I didn't video him at all. It would have been kind of weird. Um, but he made the experience so cool. It closed, I believe, at 4:30. I think he let me say until 5 as he was closing up. Anything that interests you, he would take it out. Like, it was like such a, I feel like so personal. I was here. I was talking about the bug thing, the bug museum. It had more than bugs, of course. I'll go into a little bit of spiel here. Talking about how cute that guy was. But and I was thinking of giving him my number, but find out if I did. You never know. Find another blog. But basically, I was talking about like how like a personal experience it was. Like I remember him taking out. I didn't discuss it in the video, but I was like, because there was about one little kid. There was one little kid with a mother in there, but they were leaving as I was kind of like going in, like a couple minutes in between. So the guy was showing him a beetle this big, like the size of almost the size of my hand, to be honest. And I have small hands, so let's say the size of a palm, a normal person's palm. Imagine that size, a beetle, and I just mean the body. I don't mean the legs. I mean the body of the beetle was that big, and it had like a hard, crusty shell. Like there's a beetle, and he took it out. He was like super relaxed with it. I was like, oh, a bug. As you know, I like reptiles and shit, but don't give me the bugs. Don't give me the bugs. But he took it out, super cool. Then he was like, I'm gonna show you something. He grabs a beetle. He goes, he has it by the legs, kind of like in his palm, and grabs it by the body, not touching the wings, and he flicks it, like carries it up on top of his head, and like how am I gonna describe this? Like He puts his head, like his oh my god. Let's start again. Let's start again. He grabs a beetle, raises it up above his head, like forward, and pushes it down. And as he brings the beetle down in a fast forward motion, the wings expanded like the beetle was trying to fly. Oh, it was so cool. You hear like it would make that noise like as it's trying to like fly off, right? Because that sensation of like going down. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. And I'm not a fan of beetles, but like or bugs, but it was amazing. Um, he told me if I want to take stuff out, but at that time, like by the time that kid left, the one person that was in there, it was already time to go, and I felt bad. But he's like, no, no, relax. Like I'm just putting the bugs away, like putting things away. Like we're just closing up. If you want to like watch around, like whatever. So I was like looking at everything. Like it was so fun. There was like chameleons. There was he had salamanders and stuff. Honestly, one of the things now thinking back, to be honest, if I regret is like not going to the bug thing first. How could I have done that? But again, Google reviews is not helping me here because the bush plane, the plane thing, for what I remember, um, I don't think the hours correlated from what I remember. Like they weren't the same. And I think my assumption was that I wouldn't spend that much time in the airplane thing. But I think I ended up doing that because I watched the videos. The video's probably 20 minutes long. So if I can go back, I would go to the bug thing first. Just personal preference, you know. But it was so cool. I mean, I think he also grabbed, what else did he grab, man? I think he also grabbed a snake. Like it was just so personal, and he was like telling me, oh, and something else I was discussing in this video because you can see I'm still talking. I'm still talking in the video. Um, One of the things I was just talking about, because I was leaving that day, the day of, I decided, because I know where he works. Like I wasn't like he wasn't giving off the creepy vibe, so I decided to tell him what I was doing, the whole traveling thing, living my car, that whole other thing. And he goes like, I did the same thing, but he's like, I didn't. He's like, I traveled Canada, but I did it backpacking. So he walked it, like he was picking up ride, like hitchhiking, I think, in like a backpack, whatever. And he was telling me that he did it too, and I was like, dang, like I would have never guessed it, to be honest. So he found it like really cool that I was doing it too. What was I gonna say? So he was giving us some really friendly vibes. He was cute. From what I remember. And what I'm gonna say. But yeah, he was like, it was cool. It's cool to meet people like that who kind of like breathe the same air, kind of like wanting to explore and like having nothing really hold you back to doing that. So it's really it was a really nice experience to be able to discuss that with somebody. We talked a lot, to be honest, in that half an hour. It was just me and him just talking the whole time. Um, but I was telling him the next time I was gonna go see whatever, and he was like, "You should head out because it's a drive. The next thing I'm gonna see is like about 2 hour and a half drive." So he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "That's why I gotta leave now, to go do that." But but yeah, it was really cool an experience, and I mean, I'm always gonna remember it because again, as from the last episode, I bought that book regarding the bugs, like regarding the bugs. Oh my god, regarding like the amphibians, reptiles, and whatever. So I was like, kind of like as I mentioned the last episode, like I was like really like feeling that sense of like, ooh, I like this. I like the reptiles. I really enjoy it. So it was like a really like coming to life of like, wow, I really do enjoy it. Like I'm coming out just to see this. So yeah. Oh, and this sticker, as I was mentioning in my vlog, um, so again, I made friends with the girl in the front. She was super nice, super nice. Ah, and because I kind of was really friendly with her, and we had like, such a good vibe. I was telling her if she had any stickers at the place. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't have any stickers at the place. Um, None of them with the logo. So disappointing. So disappointing. Maybe I should offer my services. Maybe I should offer my services and just give my card. I'll make you a free sticker. See, why am I always saying free, bro? I don't know. It's in my heart. It's in my heart. But yeah, so I didn't end up getting a sticker with the logo of the place, which is really disappointing. Not even the bug place. Fuck. But they had this sticker. She was like trying to recommend me like which ones are there, and she's like, I actually have this sticker because it was in three shades. It was like a green, a blue, and a pink. And if it was me, I would have gone for probably the green from what I remember. And she was like, I actually have that same sticker. And I was like, oh, which color? And she's like, the pink one. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get the pink one to remind me of you. And she's like, oh my god. And I was like, I know, I'm so cute. Like making friends with the girl. This girl was 16 and she thought I was 16 too. Do you see what happens in my life? I get it. Later on in my future, I'm gonna benefit from it. I understand. And I don't know, it was such a beautiful day. The vibe was like vibing, you know. I wasn't on my period. That's another thing. um but yeah, sometimes I don't like that comment just because I feel like people don't think I'm I'm grown, you know. But it is what it is. But I had such a good time. I had such a good time. And yeah, it was lovely. It was really lovely. And I think it deserves, especially the bug place, I think it deserves so much more recognition that it has on Google. Much more reviews. Especially that guy, like he fully like takes care of it 24/7. He was even mentioning to me, remember, he's like, even during Christmas, yes, he comes in. And I said, and I kept trying to be like kind of empathetic. I'm saying like, damn, that's tough. He's like, no, I like it. Like I love it. Like I love being here. Like it was like, it fills my soul. It fills my soul to be seeing someone doing something because they love it, not because they have to do it or they feel pressure to do it. Oh, I'm tearing up right now. I swear to God, I'm tearing up. It is just so lovely. He took his job so seriously. He didn't find it an inconvenience. And honestly, it was very, very attractive for me, anyways. I'm just saying. So, but it was, I mean, kudos to that guy. I'm never gonna forget him. I don't know his name. I'm super, super bad with names. I'm so sorry, my dude, if you're watching this. If if by God's grace you happen to ponder around this video, give me a second. Oh my god. But yeah, if you ever ponder on this video, but yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. And the stars were aligning, honestly. The stars were aligning. There were so many good things about it. And like leaving Sault Ste. Marie, it was like super not what I expected at all. It was such a commence thing. Like as I stated before, like it was such a like it was what am I gonna say? It was such a like uh eye-opening experience, and I'm so glad that like I think it was a point where I decided to do me, like fully. I didn't like I was like completely somewhere new. Like I think growing up, and my mom always took us to like go see things and like museums and stuff, but it was always around us, right? Toronto, whatever the heck. Some things were like probably an hour away drive. And we've never as a family gone to explore outside of our city in that sense. We've gone to another country. But in like in regards to like where we are, right? And in so much I feel like we've missed out. I don't know. As being like the child of an immigrant, um you kind of, and I was like watching a video the other day too. You kind of like get that like guilt a little bit. Yeah, I think that guilt. And I think this is where I kind of started feeling that, cuz I was just having so much fun and such a blissful fun. Like not a care in the world. Like literally not a care in the world. Um and I think society is so focused now on like pressure and whatever, and even like my parents too as well. It's kind of a hard thing to battle. But again, back to the guilt. I don't know, as like you, as being like the watching your parents sacrifice so much, and I don't know, you feel like they don't have the same opportunities that you do, and it is kind of sad at the same time. And I kind of like give myself some grace in regards to like maybe I'm not doing exactly what they want me to do or they would like me to do. At least that was a viewpoint near that time. Um, but I feel like it would be doing a disservice if I wasn't enjoying myself fully, you know? It's I have to like snap myself out of that guilt. Um and yeah, I don't know, I guess I've been feeling it a lot these days as the more I have traveled. I've had lots of people tell me, I'm so jealous. And I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I don't like people feeling jealous of me. Um, Even if it is in a kind, lighthearted way. Um, but I guess it comes with the territory. It's so weird. Like I don't. I literally have I don't know, I'm not one to be jealous of somebody. Maybe I look sometimes I look at people in a better position than I am. In different aspects. Different aspects. And sometimes I think like I wonder what it is to feel to have that. And I don't consider that jealousy. I kind of like I think it's I try to redirect it more to like I'm realizing what I want or trying to figure out what I want and if that will work for me. But to go to the extent of saying I'm so jealous of you, like what are you jealous of? Like I don't get it. I'm going kind of deep right now. I understand. But I don't know this stop here, this stop at Sault Ste. Marie. It was just like it like cracked open, you know. Especially again, I keep mentioning it. Especially my first trip, especially the first round, spending the 3 first months in the cold, in the snow. Very solo, I guess. I did go out to see front, of course, but it was very solo. It was like very like learning something new. I really can't ask anybody for help. And like, what would they do in this scenario because they've never been in this scenario before. And like now, after spending that month there, and like going to see Killarney, going to see Sudbury, and now here Sault Ste. Marie, where like I was really like figuring out my feet, and I was like, I think I found a little bit of the rhythm, you know? The month every once a month I go to a hotel. The taking myself out like when I'm like working overtime on the weekends, I take myself out just to like say, "Hey, we did that." You know? Like going out to eat, like the places that my friend recommended to me to do that. Going out and buying a book and reading it in front of the waterfront, like just chilling, you know, just chilling. Like I spent 2 weeks there and I went to go to see two things. Like just to give you the idea, I was chilling, chilling. It was just so fun and especially being somewhere new. So this is why I always emphasize get the fuck out. Get the fuck out and do stuff. But yeah. So let's go ahead and I don't know, I guess you kind of get my review here. So it was good. um it did not I did not expect whatsoever to have the experience I had, and I think a lot of it goes into the people that you hire. I know it's not like and not everyone can get that you know example, like if you're in an art museum, I hope the person who's the receptionist also likes art, like you know what I mean, like you know that kind of like it makes sense, you know, they actually enjoy being there in that sort of sense. But yeah, it was just a large part of it goes to the customer service and the people that they've hired. So kudos to the Canadian Bushplane Heritage Center. So fun to say. They didn't have a gift shop. I only got the sticker, so no earrings, sadly. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, as I was leaving this place, it literally felt like I left with as I was stating on my writing here. I left with a sweet taste that I can't wait to go back. Honestly, it was buonissimo, buonissimo. I literally have literally no complaint. Like aside from the accessibility, which is very disappointing, very very disappointing, and whatever. I don't want to get into it. I'm gonna get upset. But yeah, it was cool, cool beans. Like exciting. And I literally cannot wait. I remember the feeling as I was driving and like leaving that. I was like, I cannot wait to come back. It was cool. But yeah. So why this mattered? Definitely an eye opener. It literally like let me again, it was an eye opener in the fact that I could connect to people. In this trip because like my safety is so concerning and with reason so concerning. um it makes sense that I really can't tell my story or what I'm doing or really open up and connect with somebody um and just choose whoever. So I am very very specific on who I share what I'm doing with. um Throughout my trip, in whole, like in a whole, I've like told people when I only feel they don't give me a bad vibe. And usually, for the most part, and it's really random that I decided to tell a man what I was doing. But again, he was giving me good energy. But it's for the majority of it. I think like 95% of who I've told throughout my trip of what I'm doing, is women because and statistically speaking, women are very low on the murdering situation. It's mostly men. So I have to take that caution. Have I been approached by men who I felt really weird and wanted to know what I'm doing? Yes, many times. And I don't like that shit. Leave me alone. Just to give you an experience. It's so bad to say because not all men are like that. But I've had that, sadly. Sadly I have. And I think like again, coming out of a couple of years doing this, I think like my intuition and my um notice of my surroundings has really made me like super high alert, highly sensitive to that sort of like energy coming my way. Um and there's reasons why I do sometimes what I do, in a specific way. So if you do ever see me on the road and I look mean, because I can have a bitch face, okay? I'm a naturally, I would say, and I don't like using this word, but it is what it is. I think I'm a naturally like bubbly-ish person, um, very sassy, and always trying to find the positive in anything. But I don't like to put that energy out too much, especially when I'm traveling, because people think it's an invitation, and I don't like lying. I really don't. Like maintaining a lie. I'm not about that. If it's a small thing, like I mean, we all do it, and I'm not perfect. Um, but I don't like the sense of having to lie so heavily. There have been moments where I have been approached by men. I'm gonna say men because it's only been men, and they've asked what I'm doing, where I'm staying at, whatever the fuck, and I gotta lie. I gotta say I have an Airbnb, like, cause they know I'm not from there. Especially when it's small towns, they think they people can notice that you're not from there. Like I'm very obviously not. Especially when I was out of my province and I had the Ontario license plate. Boy. But I do it for my own safety, so I have to do what I have to do. And sometimes I have to pretend and act like a bitch and be like have a bitch face and I don't want to talk to you and whatever the fuck, but I do it out of safety. And not everyone agrees with that sort of sense I have with the world. But it is for my safety. It's what I do. When a bear like comes up to you, I mean, God forbid, God forbid. But one of the things that you do, especially if it's a black bear, because I don't know about the grizzlies, but the black bear, when you see them, you have to like make yourself bigger. Like you have to like spread out your arms and make your body bigger, like make it seem bigger. So that's what I kind of do. Whether it's effective or not, only time will tell. But no, I think it has been quite effective. And sadly so, when I have been approached by men, it's times where like I'm out in public and I'm talking to people on the phone and I am myself. People see me smiling or men see me smiling and they're like, "Oh, she actually is nice." Like I feel that. I sense it. I'm not stupid. And so I've had to like change and like only talk in the car, like change my habit of only talking to the car because I just don't like people seeing me that and that. It's a different type of thing you have to think about, again. Looks like I want to be really deep today. Like I want to get really serious. But yeah, no, regardless, it was fun either way. So but let's 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 swerve back. But yeah, it was a great experience in a small town. And it was a great opening, to my, like, again, I'm still in the same province, but it was a great like opening to that like, I don't know, I just cracked open my heart, like I found something new, I found what I was looking for. So fantastic. But yeah. So yeah, that is my experience on that museum. Super recommend that you go. Um as chilled as it is, I think it is worth the price, especially the price that I paid for. But I think it is, and that was the last and only airplane thing I went to go see. Who knows? Maybe I'll open myself up and go see other things, but unless it's like this, unless it's like with the bug museum inside, I'm not going. I'm sorry, I don't know. So I basically paid for the bug thing. But yeah, we all have opinions. This is mine. Let me know down in the comments if you think differently. If you would have just avoided the airplane and gone to the bug museum entirely, and who gives a fuck about the airplanes? Let me know in the comments if you would have done the same, or if the airplanes really are cool and I'm missing out on something that I'm not knowing. Let me know in the comments below. um, but yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe. If you want to keep knowing the next time I post a video, hit the little bell button. So glad to have you here and I can't wait to see you back. But yeah, the next stop, I'm so excited. The next stop we are finally gonna see again. Because again, I'm always here for the art. I'm always here for the motherfucking art. Give me some creativity. The next stop we are. Oh, actually, no, it's not the art yet. Fuck. Getting ahead of myself. What am I doing? The next stop was cool. It was one of the things that I was really looking forward to do, and I cannot wait to show you because it's so fun. Oh my god, it's a little stop of my journey. It's not somewhere that I stayed out long, so wait for the next episode. Trust, it's funny as fuck. I would not miss it because I want to be there again just to experience it again, honestly. Like, all right. Thank you guys so much for being here and have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day. Get the heck out of the house. Go do something. Get the heck out of the bed, out of the couch, whatever the heck it is, and put your slides on and get out. Go experience something new. Go visit something around your area that you've never been before. Something that, like me, don't even like airplanes. And I say, you know what? Let's step out of the comfort zone. Let's experience it. let's go do something new, even though I would never think about doing it. But we learn something new every single time we go do something, even if it's the same thing. Get the heck out. All right, that guys. Have a beautiful day. Adios.
On the road, Sophie.